Live.
You know, it don't pop up straight.
Right.
There it goes, though. Peace, 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 love, and
Yo,
creativity, family. Brother Jalahi here, your self-development coach for Creative Knowledge TV, and I am here with some beautiful and very special, intelligent panelists. We
I
have
appreciate you, man.
AK from the Just Sing podcast.
Yo, yo,
Give it up for the
yo.
brother.
Season 2 coming tomorrow. Let's get
Uh,
it.
we, let's get it. We got Effie from Inspire Her. Is it Inspire or Inspire Her?
No, it's inspire her. So it's it gotta
Okay.
can't be like everybody else's. So it's inspire
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
INSPIHER.
Yes. That's dope. That's so dope, Queen. And last but not least, certainly, we have Key Wellness from We Winning Wellness. Y'all, please make sure y'all subscribe to the panelists, please. It's going to be a very powerful topic. Today's build is, what do black men truly want from our black women, our black queens? You know, we're all young in our 20s, you know. So, we're getting kind of old, so we're gaining our own perspective on what we truly want out of life and what we truly want out of our relationships with our queens. And we're trying to break the cycles, the different, destructive cycles that come with the black family. So that's what we'll be building on today. I want everyone to know, black man and black woman, I am not here to speak about where you presently are. I know everyone, is a work in progress, so we're not speaking on where you are today. I am speaking totally from where I hear the Creator wants us to be as black men and black women. Okay, so those are my peaceful sentiments. We'll start with the first point. Okay, my first
Yes,
point
sir.
from my perspective is, me as a black man, what I want from my woman, my number one, is basically a woman, a strong woman, a virtuous woman. We have to understand that we won't be able to find or see these women every day. So when we do meet them or when we do come across them, as a man, we have to have our business together. Step into, queens that are truly, striving to have their purpose met. Okay, So a man wants a strong woman that takes responsibility for healing her man. Okay, I know me as a man, I want a woman that takes responsibility and really hones into her role as a healer. Women have to become healers again. I think that they have to realize that no black man is perfect, okay? But they have to respect and give, play the role of a good woman to a young black man or a black man that is striving to turn his progressions into perfection, because there's no such thing as perfection. There's only progression. Okay, so I feel that a woman's job, the black woman's job, is to try to perfect where a man is imperfected. They have to be able to heal the wound, and you cannot do that by continuously tearing down your man and axing. Women are never content with what you give them at that moment. Like I didn't have women tell me, if I just get this from you, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? And then when I give them that, well, I got that, but if I'll just get this, I'll be, and it continues to keep, coming. And it's like, it's hard for a man to truly love a woman that's never content and never about him. It's all about her. You know what I mean? So what would you guys say to that?
To that, I would say that's why, I'm sure y'all have heard this before, that's why women cheat for emo and men cheat for ego. men cheat because we know we can go out and do all types of things and she ain't gonna go nowhere. She ain't gonna find out, whatever. But women, they step out, it's more because of something we're not giving them emotionally or maybe even sometimes physically, you know. And I think, but the similarity is, you know, the infidelity, of course. But I think the reasons and the feelings behind it are a lot different. Like men, you'll hear them tell it, "Oh, she wasn't nothing," you know. I just cracked her, this and that. But with women, like, you know, they have to choose between the guy they've been with or the new guy. You know, it's a lot more emotional connection with them. That's why I've even seen as well. So I know y'all disagree, you know. So what y'all got to say to that?
Well, I just have to say, first off, it begins basically with understanding each other because, you know, a lot of men, like, it's I say what I say and it is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't pay attention or listen to a woman. Like, you have to listen. We don't want you to, you know, basically like change who you are. But if we're going to be in a relationship, we're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, come to an understanding that we both have to, you know, respect each other's feelings. And we have to grow in order to, you know, learn basically how to treat each other. Because a lot of men come in hurt and a lot of women come in hurt. And then it just goes to sometimes y'all just don't want to listen. Like,
but why do we do that though? Why are we so hurt getting into these things? Like I've said this before. Like, you can't get into something expecting to make you something, expecting for somebody to make you whole. You have to understand that you come whole. You're bringing her wholeness. She's bringing you the same exact thing. Because when y'all are not whole and y'all see y'all don't fit, oh, this piece don't go this way, this piece don't go that way. Well, fuck it, I quit. You know what I'm saying? Then you're even more broken. Now you're jaded, and then, you know what I'm saying? You're just snowballing. So that's where self-development comes in. That's a different topic. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, my bad, brother. That goes back to the point of my bad, Key, too. I will let you have your chance after that. This goes back to the point I made about women, as far as like when you have a good man that knows what he wants, what is wrong with you kind of filling that role or filling that spot of what a man truly wants his environment, his life, his woman to be like. We're not put on. I don't think we're put on this earth to be what a woman wants us to be.
No, hell
you know
no.
What I'm saying? So like, I think when a man says, "Man, I want my woman to look like this. I want my woman to act like this. I want my woman to, you know, be like this." Why is that so hard for a woman to submit to that, especially if he has it all together and is fulfilling every need you have?
He over here crying.
Like, yes, please
Speak your piece.
Let her get it
out. Go ahead.
Nah, it's a lot. First of all, I think we're getting there though. I'm 28, so I think in my life I'm learning a lot about you attract what you are. So if you want your woman to be a certain way, you have to be that way, like all of it. And I agree with me as a woman too. If I want a certain type of man, I have to be a certain type of woman. But I think guys, y'all be looking for the women who are not who don't have, I don't know. It's like y'all look at the wrong thing, the wrong qualities in women. Cause
I agree.
It's like y'all want this like good, wholesome woman, but really you're still, and that comes with maturity, because you're still really attracted to that other type of woman, and you want her to be that wholesome, but it's not. It can't, you know. You want to pretty much, you know, be to a black queen, but
I agree 100%. And let me throw this in here. When she said that a man has to be what he truly wants his queen to be, that is key. You know, a man has to take responsibility for everything that he needs and wants in his life to be able to, give that and share that with a queen. So like again, if you're not cooking or if you're not, keeping the house clean, do not expect your woman to do that. You know what I mean? So like I agree with her when
I don't
just taking responsibility.
I don't mean like physical things. I mean like internal.
Okay.
Like I don't mind being like cooking and cleaning if he don't cook and clean. But I mean like maturity, like being a mature person who's understanding, who knows listen and talk and have a adult conversation, you know?
Exactly.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
But then again, I have to say, why are we the ones to like accept the less, and then and then y'all supposed to be like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do, and then when we do it, it's like, okay, y'all get used to it, y'all praise us and basically be that lovey-dovey type, and come home every day and do right, but then like you get comfortable. Like guys get comfortable, and us as women, we let you guys get comfortable because we're like so loving and caring, and we want to do this for our men. But it's like when y'all get comfortable, y'all be slacking. But then we supposed to accept it and be like, okay, cool. Well, this is my man, and I'm supposed to be doing this for him and that, blah blah blah. But then what about showing us like the love and the appreciation? Like we do all of this for you, and then you start slacking. And then y'all be wondering why we be like going to find other people for emotions, which is not right. But at the same time,
I don't justify it. Then you would just call it quits. I mean, I feel like if you're mature, you would do that. Like you would.
But when we can express ourselves in more than one way, and y'all do not listen at all. Like it goes in one ear and out the other. Like if it's not pertaining to how we gonna do whatever y'all want us to do, then it's just like whatever.
I think we just hate when y'all call us on our shit too. Like we hate that shit. And I feel like the black man is here to be, kind of the leader. Obviously the leader for the black woman. Y'all look up to us, and we're kind of the go-to. And the old saying is, who does the go-to person go to?
But it's not a lot of guys that follow that nowadays. Like, there's not too many guys that really play that role. Like, because I don't know, baby fine. Like, they mamas be baby fine.
That's true. I mean, but that's why I asked the question: Is there more viable men or like the dusty niggas? Are there more virtuous women or are there more Nicki Minaj's? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she's not virtuous, but like like I think this new 5D media and things like that plays a big role in our dating life and our expectations of relationships nowadays. The black woman has been conditioned to feel like a man owes her a great life. You know what I'm saying? Like we are like AK just said, we go through relationships, steady getting broken, steady, you get cheated on. As a man, I get cheated on, or we come out of an abusive relationship, physically, mentally, whatever it is, we let it drain us. But we're so quick to get back in a relationship that we're never healed and fixed on our own. So we're seeking that validation and that responsibility or accountability from someone else. Like you want them to take accountability and responsibility for your life. And that puts a lot of pressure on a man. That puts a lot of pressure and stress on a woman. So then it becomes, like you said, a man and a woman don't want to listen to each other because you're basically trying to like get me to heal you instead of
you have to
get me to be better. You know what I mean?
No, it's not even that. I mean, it could be that too, but then again, like you gotta learn how to heal yourself first. Like before going into any relationship again, you just went through hurt. So you're gonna go into the next relationship, especially if you move fast, you're gonna go into the next relationship hurt as hell. And then you're gonna mess that up. First, you have to learn how to heal yourself. Like a lot of people be saying, "Oh, I'm over that." How are you over that? Like, what did you do in order to, you know, understand what not to go through the next relationship?
Fact. And that's a big one. That's huge. A lot of people don't know how to heal, but they know they want to heal.
I think people know what to do. Like,
nah, it's hard.
Man,
it's hard, bro.
I don't know, man. Okay, let me think personally. Like, if my relationship was to end, like, what would I do? I don't know. I feel it's different for guys and girls. I feel like we feel like we have to keep bringing in other women to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? And then once we done, you know, fucking around, then we okay. You know, I got that out of my system. Now let's go try this again.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But we go in with expectations too, you know. I think men and women should stop.
But y'all never say what y'all expectations is, because
we shouldn't have any. We shouldn't expect anything from anybody. One, like as being humans, forget being men and women for a second. As a person, I don't think that you should ever expect anything from anybody, especially somebody that you don't know, because you have to realize, you know, what does this person normally do, and you can't answer that meeting somebody for the first time. So I think it's better to not expect anything, kind of just go with the flow. You would know off conversation. I feel like one conversation could really tell, you know. No, you don't think so? Why not?
Because people be playing, like they would literally be one person that day, and then once you start getting to know them, it's like, oh, where did this come from? Like a whole lot, like different characteristics about them. And then when you start getting to know them, you just be like, oh, well, that was just like a big, you know, what's the right to use?
Like a send off, run around, whatever.
Basically, to will somebody in to be manipulative and just get what they want. Like, it's just so many things to meeting a person. That first conversation, yeah, you might be vibing. You probably can see like if y'all vibing a little bit. But then again, like you truly don't really know a person still. Like, because there's so many characteristics about a person that they don't bring out in the first beginning. You be like, what the hell? This not the person that I met.
You crazy serial killers all type.
See, I think that comes from a structure or like a structure of not really knowing how to build relationships with each other or the opposite sex anymore. Like who really knows how to build relationships and talk anymore? Like even now, I'm still trying to build relationships with friends. I have to build my relationships back up with my family. You know, my father, my mother. You know what I'm saying? My granny and them, because it's like we're so drawn away from communication nowadays and actually respecting each other's perspectives. Like another thing in relationships, or another thing a man truly wants from his black woman, is for her to listen, like in a way where you're not listening to always respond. Like I feel like even as men today, like when somebody comes to check you as a man, or somebody, you know, even your woman or your mother, your father, they come and say something to you that they think you're slacking at, like, hey man, I think you should stop this will build your life, woo woo. You know, why do we listen and be like, but I'm not finna, or I'm gonna do that? You know, we jump on the defense so much instead of listening to someone
that's
who
what I say.
actually loves you and actually sees it from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Just someone that sees this from the outside. So apparently you're showing it to the universe. You know, so
I would say
I
educate them instead of like saying listen. You know, I like both men and women need somebody that they can educate. You know what I mean? But I feel like for women sometimes it's kind of a turnoff when they have to. You know what I mean? Okay, let's say educate. Let's say educate in everything. Educate, you know, about the world, about themselves, about the other person, whatever. You damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, giving examples like that. But pass on me. My bad.
You said women is sometimes a
Oh yeah,
turnoff
yeah.
for
We
you,
have to
and they
educate
have
each
to
other.
educate
You
their
have to
men.
teach somebody. You have to teach somebody how to treat you. You know what I mean? That I think those are the beginnings. Those are like that's what should be in like the first stages of getting to know somebody. You know what I mean? Because again, this I say men cheat for ego because we know we could step out and you know motherfuckers will let us come lay right back in the bed if we just sit here and plead and sit here and say how much we aren't without them and shit like that. So yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. Like it all starts with self. That's what I'm learning. I have bad trust issues. I've been through some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's really hard for me to trust somebody. But it's at the point now I have to look at myself and be like, can I trust myself? You know, do I respect myself? I have to build myself up to a point where, and I feel like really I do believe when I feel like I'm actually ready and I've built myself up and my self-esteem is better, my respect for myself and my love for myself is better, then when a guy comes, I will be more trusting of him because I know I deserve more and I'll be more trusting to let him in, even, you know, because you attract what you are. So it all starts, I feel like it just starts with just me doing better because like and asking and getting it. I believe that's possible.
No,
I got stuff to work on.
Okay.
I agree. I would say that trust is huge as well. I think that'll damn near be number 3 because a man has to be able to trust that a woman is telling the truth, trust that a woman is truly doing what she needs to do to become a better woman. Like you said, it starts with self. If I truly know that I'm doing all I can do to be my best self as a man and as a leader, as a person that's accountable for myself and this relationship, I think women will be more inclined to follow that. But I think women have to do a better job at gaining activities or gaining knowledge, gaining experience that has shit to do with their relationship. Like a lot of women do a lot of shit. They be like, this will help us. This will help us. This will help. You know what I'm saying? So, but then when a man be like, damn, babe, I'm just trying to go hoop with the guys, you know, now it's, oh, but it was about us, you know, it's supposed to be. They was supposed to, no, you know, like she feeling left alone and shit because you're not reciprocating the us mentality, but you really are. It's just you have a life outside of that shit. She doesn't. So that's
Wait.
I feel like number 3 is trust or that.
Wait. Hold on. That's really. But when you become in a relationship, okay, yes, it's fine that you still have your outside life. But at the same time, your guys, when they girl be at home, they finna push your ass on the fucking do not disturb. But your ass still going out with your guys. Like I feel like when you get in a relationship, you know those type of boundaries. Like y'all in a relationship now. So when you was single, you was able to like stay out late, all the way late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not have, boundaries. Like you didn't have no boundaries when you were single because you was able to do whatever you wanted to do. But when you get in a relationship, it's different. Like you both have to be able to respect each other's feelings. And if you're not gonna do that, then why be in a relationship? You could just go back to being single.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my thought on that.
I think it takes balance though, because I do believe that both people should have their own life, like you were saying, Jalahi. Like both people should be doing something separate with like have individual lives, but at the same time they need to know how to bring it together and bring a balance with that. And people need to know how to communicate and talk to each other about what really is expected. I heard you say we shouldn't have expectations. I be saying that sometimes too, because that's how you get your expectation. But at the same time, if if you're trying to be committed in a committed relationship, there should be expectations, and it needs to be talked about what needs to be brought to the relationship. Like,
okay, so that kind of sounds like what we were saying last week. I think July was can you be independent in a relationship, or should you be? And Key, I think you had the exact right answer. I think that you should be able to.
yeah.
Not saying that, like, not like independence. Oh, like, oh, my wife needs me to go to the grocery store with her or anything. Like, no, like, you know that. Okay, like my parents have their own independence. Like my dad doesn't even know how much money my mother makes or anything like that. He doesn't know where her finances go. All they, the both of them just know that when they go to sleep at night, everything is paid and everybody's fed. The kid, they're healthy and things like that. Things that they have done independently, but they know that as a group that they have to keep up with those things that I just listed. So that I agree with that a lot. Kid, that was a good point.
Yeah. Thanks.
What you got, Jay? Looking like you want to say something. You smiling hard as hell.
I just was smiling. Man, I'm hearing that, man. That's dope. I hear everything, and I agree with. Just the moral of it is basically be intuitive with who you are before you're more invested into that relationship, because like you just said, if you expect too much, you're gonna get hurt sometimes, and then the more hurt you're built up, some women or some men don't be having the courage sometimes to tell their partner like how they feel or kind of what they can do better for them. It's because of now see, that's a whole different problem. Sometimes a man doesn't have everyday peace like how women can have everyday peace. Like a man, we always have to think about how to keep moving up. I know, at least for me, I never damn near sit down, especially now since after my injury, and I know that like without you being able to walk and shit and pay bills, no relationship will work out with anybody, damn near. So,
yeah,
like I think us as men, we're always on the go. So we're putting our feelings for everything aside to build our life already. So then when we come together with a woman, and again, she, like I said, she's asking for so much. She's never content when you give her what she's asked for. It's always asking for more after that. It's like it hurts our feelings. It hurts our ego. So now it's like we don't want to listen to you because of how we feel you're still not doing what you're supposed to do as far as healing our wounds and creating an environment where I would want to provide. See, I think that's the woman's job, is to just basically create the environment that your man wants to provide and put you in. And then, like you said, find a way to mesh your goals, your accountability, your responsibilities into that.
Yeah.
So that's very powerful.
I think
I have.
okay.
Go ahead.
Both people, like I hear you keep saying that like the woman needs to be healing the man, but I think both people like independence and being individual. Both people need to still be working on themselves. They own healing,
Yeah,
or nobody's
never.
gonna be happy. If one person's not working on their healing and is not happy, the other person it's not gonna be good. And like when you said like how men cheat with their ego or whatever, it's like I think it's all about insecurity, really, because like why I feel like men cheat because they're insecure and they feel like they need to fill a void. They need to fill a void. And they don't feel loved. Say they woman at home and she mad about something and he like, no, she always mad and dramatic. Like, and he goes to another woman to feel like he's doing his job now, even if it's just sexual. And it makes him feel like a man because he's actually satisfying a woman now. But his woman ain't just gonna do with just the sex because they're in a relationship. He needs to bring forth. So that's why you go to a woman that makes you feel like, oh, I'm satisfying her. But you know, it's usually only in that one way. Like I think it's just that's a man's insecurity, and I think men don't look at that a lot about like healing themselves and like why do you feel like you have to go to another woman? Why? Like what really is it deep down?
Exactly.
I think it's just attention. First of all, black men don't cheat. Okay, I meant to throw that out there in the beginning. So let me go ahead and say that before y'all start saying why we cheat. I meant to hold it down for my kings at the beginning. We
that's y'all story and y'all gonna stick to it.
Hey, we sticking to that narrative.
I was just gonna ask you, AK. Hold on, brother. Brother, because I agree with the black men don't cheat thing. I am 100%.
So then, what do you guys do? What is it called?
What do you? Now we're changing the narrative. We're staying loyal to our queens. We're, not talking to any other women. We're curbing other women. Whatever. We're giving them all of us. We're putting those boyish ways to the side, breaking generational curses. Okay, with this black men don't cheat thing. I don't know why y'all can't get behind it. I don't know why y'all shake y'all heads when we're trying to better ourselves.
Speak that into, existence.
Because black women are not getting with the programs. And again, that's why a lot of black men are going with a lot of non-black women, because black women are not truly being down with the cause, bro. They're not being down with the cause no more, bro.
But how do y'all want us to just be like what y'all want us to be? But then again, it's like y'all not coming together either. Like we
a black woman
what this person
yell at you
be.
all day. A black woman will yell at you all day, make you feel like she's having obligated relationship sex with you. They make you feel like that. On top of that,
but if you notice with a black woman, when we want to communicate with y'all and let y'all know what's on our mind, and it just builds up. So the first time we gonna let y'all know, we gonna try to sit down and talk to y'all, or it's gonna show. And y'all ignore it. Y'all ignore the first one. The second time, we try to talk and this is going on, blah blah blah. You don't listen, you get mad. Why you throwing this in my face? Blah blah blah. You trying to come at me? No. Mm-hmm. Third time, it's gonna start building up. Like we done showed you. You done already seen. Okay, she not talking that much. She not the lovey-dovey person no more. She always mad. You never ask what's wrong. When we do try to tell you what's wrong, it's like what we telling you for. It go in one ear and out the other. Like. Okay. We show so many signs of us like falling.
I think we could applaud each other more when we see the other person doing things that you had conversations about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, maybe your girl, maybe your significant other don't like how you always cracking jokes on them when y'all around friends or whatever, and you tell them that. And is that a good example? Or should I pick something a little more internal?
I feel like it's a good example. Or sometimes, like, instead of telling the person what they always do wrong, like you said, like, well, babe, I like how you so and so. Or
let's say you got somebody that's forgetful as hell. They don't ever remember shit, and it's super. That's one of your biggest pet peeves. So then, like, once y'all had that conversation, how they're them not remembering shit bothers you, when you know they should work on it maybe, and then they do start remembering stuff, you know, they start kind of sticking to things, or what you said start sticking to them, then I think you should be like, oh, good job for remembering that, or thanks for remembering this, you remembering that really helped, you know, kind of just applaud each other when we can. I think that would help. That's more of a solution towards the understanding, the expectation that we was talking about too.
I agree. I think black men and black women have to become each other's best friends again. Like Ashley was just saying, like communication and how to like becoming better listeners, I think is the main thing black relationships need to be working on right now. Like we're all saying, self individualism comes first. Secondly, is listening to each other. Black
But
men
listen to
want a
understand
woman
and
to
not
listen.
react all the time.
Right, right. And black women want a man that will listen to them, listen to not only their problems, but their dreams, their goals. You know what I'm saying? How they feel. Like, we don't tell each other how we feel. We just tell each other the problems, what's going on, but we don't really tell each other how emotionally.
But some men seem like they don't like to be loved. Like, you know, when a woman
That's
starts
true. That's
being
true.
all lovey
That's
dovey
hard.
and stuff like that, a lot of men tend to run away from that.
hmm I agree. I mean, I
So
think
then,
that comes
like, how
from,
could you
like we
be?
said, men not mature no more. We not being mature though
Is it
because
is it immature to just want people sexually though? I don't think that's immature.
But then that's why you
no.
shouldn't just be. If you just want somebody sexually and that's it, that's all, then you don't need to be in a relationship. But when you become into
But
a
that's
relationship,
true.
this is when these things start happening. Like your other mate is going like want to show you love and be under you and all this other
Okay.
stuff. When you're not in a relationship, you have the option to, oh well, I can go fuck this one. I could leave then because you ain't got no type of tie or nothing with them,
Right.
but sexually wise. And you know what I'm saying?
So do
Like,
y'all think that monogamy is supposed to work though? Like, do we think relationships one on one are supposed to work? Because that's the problem that I have with the black men don't cheat thing, is that I don't give a fuck what Lil Duval and them and Charlemagne the God and them say. Bro, they're rich. They may not have to look at women as much as we do. You know what I'm saying? They may not like, and I know they still are, but every man is going
I
to look and
disagree,
have
man.
to
They
be
around
attracted
they around all these
just like
women.
women are.
They're around women that they have dreamed of. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Right.
people like Charlamagne, who is a radio personality. He's sitting next to women like J Lo and Cardi.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
all these attractive women are coming his way, and I think I can't really speak on Lil Duval, but at least from what I see from like somebody that deals with celebrities daily, I think that's a good message, and it's showing that he can come across all these kind of women and still
Yeah.
uh,
Thank you.
fight over this woman.
I know they should have a whole. No, I'm. Yeah, I'm on live streaming, man. But yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic, y'all. Y'all go.
Okay, so y'all ain't missed my what I said with the black men don't cheat thing, but back to this. What is the main root of the issue? Because I understand, like, yeah, you a man, you can look at other women. There's a billion beautiful women out here. Like, yeah, you gonna look, but
Yeah.
what is gonna stop you from even if you and your relationship now is having hard times? What is gonna stop you other than self-love and self-respect for yourself? That's the only thing that's gonna stop you from going out there and sleeping with another woman, is having self-respect for yourself, knowing that
Yeah.
it's worth it. Like, you worth more than that. You and your woman, if y'all, especially it's about purpose these days too. If y'all have a purpose with each other, if there ain't no purpose for y'all to be together, y'all ain't trying to accomplish nothing bigger together, then I can see why you want to like go somewhere with that. But
Yeah.
if you have purpose and you like, you should be able to control your sexual desires.
That's kind of the question I had too. Why are we ruining the foundation? You know what I'm saying? Even for me, like my parents, my family, like I've grown up where my uncle has been unfaithful, my dad, you know what I'm saying? And I will always wonder, like, man, like, you know, it's two sides to both story, but it's almost like with everything, it's like we and I still don't have an answer to this. We step out on what we spent so much time building and choose and make a decision that can crumble everything just like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you built of one decision has now fallen because of what? I don't know. Because you're missing something and don't want to speak up on it, or you're too scared to, or you don't know what they would say if you spoke your mind, you know. Again, like July, he gave me this and I use it every day. Like we got excuses and no adjustment. You know what I mean? Of course, we say like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll do better," but you can't show that right now. You know what I'm saying? And then again, that back to what you were saying, it ruins the trust. Now you all the way back from zero. Like, and I know how bad that shit sucks because you would really hate to not trust a motherfucker all over again. Because at that point, it's like I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? This person who I thought you were, who was loyal and trusting and loving, that's not you because you did this shit. I personally think there is zero excuse for cheating. There is nothing you could ever say to justify it.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Yes. Hey, so welcome to the chat. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What up?
When men say it was a mistake, it's not a mistake. It's a choice. Like you didn't just mistakenly go over there and
like drugs and shit. Like you didn't do crack on mistake and shit.
Exactly. Like I'm tired of that excuse. Like it was a mistake, man. Like it was just I was so mad and I mistakenly. No, you didn't mistakenly nothing. By choice, you was mad in your feelings. We couldn't come together and get it straight. So you got mad in your feelings and you needed somebody to basically, you know, hug on you, love on you. You felt like I wasn't gonna be able to do that. But it's just like if we talk about it as a couple, give each other a little space, a little bit, because everybody need their little time to, you know, like cool off or whatever, and then go back to loving. Like, what be the issue? Like, what's the issue? I don't understand.
Can you just go right back to that though?
Why can't you?
Yes. Hell no.
Why can't you? How is it that you can get mad? You can get mad at an outsider, and then the next day you can be cool with them. But when you in a relationship and you and your girl get into an argument or whatever, you gotta go out and stay out all night and do this and do that, and get revenge. And you can't cool off and be back cool with her the next day. Like you can go out and give a stranger and be mad at a stranger or whoever on the outside and be cool with them the next day, but you still be mad as hell at your girl the next day. Like how you can't fix that? If you can do that to a stranger or an outsider, why you can't do it with your girl?
Damn. See, I think it's because people on the outside don't really know us like that. So we don't have to see them again. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, yeah, damn, you gotta go.
So let me ask y'all this: y'all in a relationship right now? I ain't talking about you, AK. I'm talking about the queens. Y'all in a relationship right now?
No.
Y'all single?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, you did shot, huh? Yeah.
No, I gotta, you know, I just need to know before I, you know what I'm saying, I start talking about things. Cause I'm like, okay, let me see where their perspective coming from. When's the last time y'all been in a relationship?
Hold on.
What up?
It's good. So, you gotta answer the question first.
What's good?
What do you think, you know, black men truly want from black women? Just give one answer, and then you can give your sentiments of where they're coming from. Because I agree that's important as well. Like, you know, are y'all giving perspectives from relationships with the dusty niggas or the, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, women got to take accountability for what type of men they date as well, you know. So go ahead.
I would say I think they just want men to be men. I mean, obviously I can't speak for obviously a woman, but I believe that that's the best thing that they would want. I think going back to what they were saying earlier about is it a choice or what was it a mistake? I believe that the mistake isn't necessarily cheating. I think the mistake is lying and saying that you wanted to be monogamous, but in reality that wasn't, you know what I'm saying, your true intentions. I feel like that to me is the true issue in sense of like, now obviously people going to cheat. You can't, you know what I'm saying, that's just a fact. Like everybody going to cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can't keep saying that. Why do you say that? That's not
Bro,
true.
I'm not saying they going to, but they have the capabilities too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody does. Everybody does.
We're all. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, right. So like at least, but okay, if you say, you know what, I want to be in a monogamous relationship with a woman, and you end up not being monogamous in a relationship, that's to me the problem. But if you tell a female straight up, which I do, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get my rocks off and, you know what I'm saying, be chilling and do me. And you could do the same thing for you. And
But
if
it
you
don't
feel,
always happen like that. Like we're human. People grow sexual ties, and them sexually ties like become emotions. And
of
people
course,
be acting like they not really emotional attached after that happens. But once you keep
they
on getting your
probably
rocks
they
off,
might not be. They might not be. Maybe they are, maybe they not, but they should have knew that. Like,
That
I mean,
comes
it's a
from being
gamble.
honest. Yeah, I mean that comes from being honest though. So you right. So like I
It's a
got
it
you.
comes from
gamble.
being honest, but then they start expecting you to do something that their woman's supposed to do when you do start that.
Like
They
like
say it's one thing,
That's
like
and
good.
that's
what?
guys.
Like what? Like give me an example.
That's guys
Preach.
like basically answering the phone, being around them.
Say-
Oh, I want you to do this for me or whatever. No, that's not. You said that you wanted it to be strictly this,
Right.
and that's what it's supposed to be. Don't ask me nothing else. Don't ask me nothing before that, after that.
So
This is
he
what
being
you want to do.
indecisive.
Exactly. Like
See,
men do it,
okay,
and then
okay.
they be wondering why these females be acting up. Why I told her it was just gonna be this, but then you prolonged it. You talk to her,
Mm,
you text her every day, you do this
mm.
and you do that, and so then now in her
I
head she's
think all
like,
that is just
oh, it's
reassurance, though.
changed.
We just trying to make sure.
Now look, black men gotta stop hitting raw. First of all, damn niggas gotta stop.
It's not even
Niggas
about
gotta
hitting
stop
raw.
hitting
It's
these
just hitting
females
period.
twice.
If you know that's not what you want to do, don't do it.
Exactly.
Like don't lead nobody on. Like that's crazy. Like no.
But listen, ain't that the purpose of the men and women relationship overall? Like, not saying that's the full purpose. Like, as soon as you talk, because you have to get to know the person, see,
Why do sex got to
what
be
do
the
they
first thing
invigorate.
though?
I didn't say that's the first, but that's something important. Like, see, that's another problem with black women. Y'all not thinking that sex is important
Sex
to
is
keeping y'all mean.
important,
That's
but at the end of the
why I'm
day,
telling
Look
you.
at Kid.
Wow,
Look at Kid. Look at Kid.
unusual.
Oh me.
But you get what
Y'all,
I'm
yeah,
saying, though,
y'all
Queen.
have to
Now
start acting like y'all don't want to fuck too.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Let me.
we do,
Y'all
but
do?
exactly.
we need to get on the same page. I think this is really the problem. This is like really a huge problem when it comes to sex right here. Cause yeah,
Right.
y'all want it and y'all we want it too, but we want more too. So I think it's important to wait. I think it's important to wait. And
I
I get
agree.
I was listening to
I
like
agree on that.
what?
You say
No,
you don't believe in doing that?
No, I believe in waiting because that's
No, I thought somebody else said they
oh
ain't doing that.
no, but I was listening to a podcast last night where a guy said the exact same thing. He was like, nah, if there's a connection, then we need to hit it off right there while we feel it. Like, no, just because it's a bit of a connection don't mean it's something a commitment. And
mm.
men and women just look at it in two different ways.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Now I understand that.
But I get it, y'all be wanting. Y'all want y'all little fix or whatever. So
shit, we all do. It ain't.
I mean,
Y'all can
everybody.
tell us too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there are women that do just want to fuck around as well. But and then this is another topic, is why they get labeled and the men don't. The men get the praise, you know, for cracking the whole squad or whatever. And
okay, and who gives us that label? Men. So they
Yeah,
know it's wrong.
yeah.
They know it's wrong and still do it. And then they look at us as we doing it.
Ladies, y'all do it to each other too.
What?
Yeah, y'all see, come on, y'all will see a girl and be like, oh yeah, that's so and so. You know, she fucked Trey, Dante,
That ain't the
all them. Women do that. Women do that shit, T.
Women
Y'all call
do
it.
that, but then
But
that just be like
men-
their own insecurities because they be doing it too.
Yeah.
Okay, so why when women catch the man cheating, the women take the anger out on the woman and not the man? Like the woman gets all the smoke.
Not me.
That's not all women.
It's majority though.
Not me.
See, that's why I ain't saying stuff like majority, because obviously that.
No, I don't mean to say that either. I'm gonna say more common.
I mean, okay.
It really be because, okay, the women already know basically that her man cheated.
Store, yeah.
So then afterwards, after she know that her man cheating, she already lashing out at him, but he just started lying like, oh, I ain't doing shit. So when she catch him up, it's like she's already like in her head like, what am I not doing right? Like, what's going on? Why he don't think I'm enough? So then she look at this other girl and it's probably like competition, or then her insecurity starts flowing out.
Okay.
When in reality, she's supposed to be lashing out at him. But it's like, oh, she bold as hell. Like, we dating the same man. And she like, my man, this and that. Which, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn from, like, he's doing this to both of us. So I'm lashing out at you. He's telling you the same thing. And he's telling me the same thing. So now it goes back to him. Like, basically, you done told both of us lies. You got both of us feeling the same way. There's no way that I could be mad at her because she's feeling the same way. Like, when she see me or when she thinking about why he not coming home to her, why he not coming home to me. So basically now it's like, oh, I can't be mad at her because she got the same feelings and emotions that I'm going through. But then again, like, both of us like level-headed, like, oh, that's my man. No, it ain't none of our men because he basically playing both sides.
See, and I'm glad you brought that point, because that's only if you're dealing with a white man or a Latino man, because black men don't cheat. So you would never have to go through that with a black. So I'm glad we're getting this out here, what not to do, or what to expect when not dating a black man. Okay.
And then we have this.
Those are the look, y'all speaking on Pookie and Ray Ray men.
That's not even Pookie and Ray Ray. That's men that have something going for themselves.
Because a man who truly knows what he wants, he's going to speak. Like I was saying earlier, he's going to speak what he truly deserves into a woman. So if that may be, well, sometimes, shorty, I'm gonna knock off another bit. She's gonna have to either get in line or
Hey, Jay, but
that's what men do, bro. That I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then when they find the one that is like, okay, I'm not gonna let her get away because she is a virtuous woman. I think that's when a man be like, okay, I can share my universe with her. So when it comes to a certain respect level, because like we were saying earlier, all people are gonna, like, even a woman, she's gonna go, it's gonna be that guy at work that's going, oh, you know, that's my work boo or whatever. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I guess it's just about respect.
Nays. No.
Y'all funny, man.
For real.
So,
but no, I feel you. I mean, again, like, I think, like we said, number one is basically getting the respect and the trust for each other down, building the relationship. So, you know,
I think niggas just gotta stop capping for real.
Amen.
Nigga, that's all I'm saying is like, bro, it's not about you could be polygamous, you could be, you know what I'm saying, you could be monogamous all you want, but as long as you telling, if I tell a female, listen, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship, I just want to have sexual relations, and she fuck with me and we have a vibe, and she like, man, I love you, and I'd be like, shorty, that was not in the playbook. I'm not a bad man. That's all I'm saying.
But then that's when you gotta turn it off. You gotta cut it off.
I'm saying.
You have to cut it off because
why would I
But
have to
what
cut
if
it
she
off?
feeling me though? What if she really
and then that's when y'all
her
go
to
into
cut it off.
lying.
She the one
That's-
feeling that way.
what am I
That's
so
when you go into lying. That's
I'm
when you
not-
go into lying. That's when you have to
I'm not lying though. I'm not lying.
because you what if she like me? What if she falling for me? Then that's when you have to come as adults. You knew what you was doing when you first started out, and I'm explaining to you
Right.
when
And
I first told you this
Right,
or
that-
whatever.
okay.
I'm sorry that you're gaining feelings, but that's not what I wanted in the beginning. And
okay.
you have to
And I have to,
we catch emotions fast.
of course. And men too. Men first
Exactly.
men too. We do
But
too.
then again, that's when you have to come as adults and speak on it and talk about it and
It's-
explain.
And what do I
Because
say?
then you have to come to a final decision on, okay, so you know this is not what I really wanted. All right.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
Okay. But like, what if I have feelings? Like, okay, yes. Like if I mean, this is speaking for me. I can't speak for the other brothers in the room. But if I have sex with a woman, of course, yes, of some sort outside of physical, I do emotionally care for this woman. So it's not like
I'm glad somebody said it. Oh,
it's just a fact. Now obviously I might not necessarily want to build with her necessarily right away. Not saying that I don't in the future feel that way, or you know what I'm saying, but I just don't see that as of right now.
So they see that as just stringing them around. No,
y'all automatically see that. Y'all automatically see
that's exactly where we fuck up. We can't string them around.
Like you should only.
I'm not stringing anybody around though,
because those sexual ties and those emotions would be flaunting around with everybody that you then, you know what I'm saying, then came in contact with. That's why you only really supposed to have sex with one person.
So we not supposed to have no sex for real? Is that what I'm saying? Come on, that's what we saying. That's what we saying. We not supposed to have no sex for real.
When you have sex, it's supposed to be something special and something.
No, because listen,
I don't think
it's never
so.
gonna end up that way. Guess what?
It don't never end up that way because you want to get choked, smacked in the back of the head, all this shit.
Stop.
Man.
AK, stop, bro. He always saying some left field.
When somebody's in, you know what I'm saying? I think, expectations grow over time as well.
Fact. That's a fact. I agree with that.
And
but where do they come from, though?
We have to hold on. We have to understand the statistic route of who's more subject to change, the black man or the black woman, bro. And it's
who's
just
more
facts. Black men, we adapt. We adapt more. You know what I'm saying? We can handle our own and mostly control ourselves in different settings, different environments, and we can. Go ahead.
I think both can change, but then we turn to the outside and get opinions from them instead of getting opinions from each other. Like,
right.
I agree.
When we go through things, it's like we always go ask for, suggestions and help from other people instead of basically sitting each other down. Like, we both can change. Like, it's up to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cannot make each other change unless we want to change. And we have to, and not so change from, being ourselves, but change for the better. Change for, okay, we're going to communicate. Instead of me lashing out, we're going to sit down and we're going to get this together. Instead of me always leaving when we get into an argument, you know what I'm saying? I can stay around the house. We just go in separate rooms. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. Or
you speaking on relationship terms if that's already been established.
Right. But then again, still, even if you, boyfriend, girlfriend don't live together. Like,
okay.
What are you running away from? Like, why you gotta run?
I was gonna ask you ladies, do y'all think that black men can commit? Because I got something right here that says more than half of black men, 52%, surveyed that they surveyed 52% of black men surveyed that they want to marry their current partners. 38% said that they're not sure, and 11% saying that they don't want marriage at all. And then further showing that 47% say that they have been with their partner for 5 years or more, and then 11% not even past 6 months.
AK, you want to see how I'm gonna answer that, G? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If there's an attractive female that walked past me that happened to be a black woman, I 100% want to smash. That's just what the fuck it is. And now, yes, if we get in a relationship, we get in a relationship. That's just the future. But at that moment, that's completely 100% on my mind. Now, everybody, all these people sit here and cap and sit here and say shit like, "Oh, well, we got to try to build with them and we got to try to build that." Yes, of course, that comes down the line, bro. But when you first see somebody, there has to be some type of sexual attraction to them visually.
But that doesn't mean that it has to happen at that moment. Like,
what you mean? So then what is a man supposed to do? He's supposed to be like,
that's facts. No, P, you tripping. That's facts though, because listen, now that's like we say, that's when a man takes control over his environment. It's when he like, okay, I need to have sex with this girl, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that, you know, and it may happen, it may not, whatever. A man don't really care if he, you know, but, you know, we all have that physical attraction, but that's about the control and the respect of the woman, though.
So what attracts you to a female if you don't know her, or vice versa? What goes through your mind? What goes through your mind?
Hold on. The desire to get to know her, the desire to crave her body, the desire to like. See, that's another thing. Like, right, men are just validating their feelings for a woman off of the sexual encounter. Like, motherfucker, like, and I know I have felt that way as well. Like,
right,
if her sex ain't good, I ain't got no plans on being with her, but she could be the best woman ever. She could know how to hold down the crib. A man will leave a bitch just for that. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody who you're not attracted to. So somebody who you're not attracted to, you still gonna approach them? I'm confused. Like I'm
depends on what type of relationship are you in. I mean, look, are we talking about to get in a relationship? Or are you talking about like see that's the difference between relationships.
I'm talking about regardless. I'm talking about regardless of what status is trying to be. That's the number.
Never been in high school.
Huh?
Y'all must like never been in high school. Y'all must ain't never been in high school. That's what high school was about. Fucking Indian and everything. So y'all don't care what you look like, really.
Oh wow!
I think we see sexual. We see it as a negative thing too much.
Because men disrespect women and it makes it negative, basically.
I can agree.
That's why we cannot see it as something beautiful, because it's like played out and overrated now. I
can agree. It's definitely over pushed. I can agree with that. I don't know. Hey, trust me, I'm all for it. I just want to hear like what do y'all think? What do y'all? Because we can speak on it all. What y'all think?
I agree with what you said. Actually, I don't all the way agree with you, but I agree that sexual attraction is important. It is. Like, I want to be sexually attracted to the person that I'm talking to or whatever. But that's just the attraction at first. But just because I'm sexually attracted to them don't mean that I should be in the bed with them. Like,
that's a fact.
I need to get to know him. I need to get to know him and see if it's more than just sexual attraction. Like, he already fine. He already got me wanting him. Like, but now is he gonna keep me wanting him with the shit? He gotta stay in the conversation. Are you looking at women like, okay, that's sexy, I would smash, but now let me get to know her and see what I want to do more.
I agree. I can see that.
But see, like y'all just said, I think y'all said that men are scared to commit, or why men are scared to commit, because a man that's not ready for commitment or ready for responsibility, he won't be ready all around. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can tell a man is not the man for you. See, women don't never accept the signs though. And
That's
then
So should they base it off a
man.
man want to marry them or not?
Not even
Huh?
that.
You know you saying like commit, like marriage is commitment. You know what I mean? So like if a man isn't
Hell
ready,
no, nigga, getting an apartment together is commitment, nigga.
not really. You
Uh,
can leave anytime you want to if you really got somewhere to
actually,
go.
You could leave anytime if you
it
got
is. I
somewhere
mean,
to
come
go
on,
in
we
a
speak.
marriage.
That's
Yeah,
not a
but
commitment.
like
Exactly. What you mean? I'm talking about being committed to what you're trying to profess in your life as well, bro. Like a nigga who ain't got a crib. I don't know.
that's personal
Because
commitment.
And
I'm
that
right.
comes
I
first.
mean, that's
I was gonna say that personal commitment.
right.
It
And that's
comes first.
That's what I'm
like
saying. You gotta want to commit to yourself before you gonna want to commit to a woman. So if you ain't committed to the lifestyle that you want to live, you ain't finna never like hit a female and then be like, I'm gonna commit to her. Now you may commit to her short term. You may say, oh, I can see myself vibing with this chick.
Right.
But like P said, I mean, then when she say, oh, I got bigger dreams for us to do, she hit you with that. I see us here. You gonna be, no, I'm outie. You know what I'm saying? So,
I personally feel like I'm not in the financial, mental, and spiritual wave right now to even commit to anybody other than myself right now. This is why unfortunately the sex is the only thing on the table as of right now. You know what I'm saying? Like unless like I say, I build myself,
that's
you build
true.
yourself. If we both don't have our own crib, we ain't got no business being in a relationship. G, let's keep it a stack. I'm just telling you
Facts.
right now. Like I'm 24, bro. So
I
in the
mean,
space
but
to put.
see, it depends because now what? Okay, so what do you say about the people who have a motivational background or a support system as their background, and they just still at the crib building
Well,
their life up?
that's them. That's that.
See, you can't be like. No, I mean, I was just saying in general. I heard us say
Oh,
like when me and you were talking before, we were saying stuff like that, and I mean, we can't just say that in general because a person may be ready. They just haven't. Some women be like, I don't want a crib by myself. I want my first crib to be with my man or some shit. But I
well,
get what you're saying as
well,
well. You should want to have the. You feel me? But go ahead, bro.
I'm speaking from the man's perspective, bro. I'm speaking from my own personal goals that I'm setting for myself. I'm not in a predicament to ever uh get into a relationship with a woman because I know that especially if this is a woman who's going to demand me to be who she, you know what I mean, like she's going to demand more from me. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to produce that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and cap and say and tell a female, hey, listen, I'm about this, I'm about that, I'm trying to do this with you, I'm trying to do that with you. Like I got to try to do that for myself. Like, and she has to try to do that for herself. Now, obviously, we got to stop, especially as men, we got to stop trying to see is like, oh well, what do women have to do? What can they do? What can this and that? Instead of like, bro, we have to start looking at ourselves and saying like, bro, are we projecting masculinity in a right way for a female to submit to us? Because that has to come before anything. Like now, yes, if I walk out of the house, a woman don't know my credit score. She don't know where I work. She don't know anything about me. All she knows is my physicality. Same thing for her. But once we get in a relationship, that's when she gonna start to see the chinks in my armor, or you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna start seeing the chinks in her armor. Okay, what job do you work at? What car are you driving? What's your credit score? What's your goals? What's your 10-year goals? What's your 5-year goals? Those are things that a relationship requires. And I'm saying, at least for me personally, I'm not in that space to, you know what I'm saying, give that to her. That's all I'm saying. And
No, I completely
I'm just being
understand.
honest with that. I'm just being honest with
I
that. It's
could.
not like, you know, the good thing for me to say is like, yeah, I'm ready for a relationship and I'm ready for marriage and I'm ready for all that's what society want me to say. But
you're right. I feel like you should be able to be in a relationship and still move at your own pace at the same time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
what we were saying about expectation. That shit crazy. You know, a woman can't demand that of you if it's not, if she hasn't demanded of herself. Like, that's what I mean. See, that's when you have to know what you truly want as a man. Do you want a woman that's building, bro, in progress? Do you want a woman that's in her perfection stages? Like, it's all about what you want. And that's, and same as a woman, when she knows what she
And
wants,
I feel like that
she'll
should be
get
brought
that.
up when you're dating. Like,
I disagree.
Yeah.
why?
I disagree because it's kind of like he said, like you can want that shit all you want to, but if you ain't got it, then what you want it for? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want a woman that's that's kind of at the climax of her life, and you're not, then what are you doing?
Nothing when you first begin to talk. Like that person is either gonna accept you for you, and either y'all,
Facts. No, keep going. I'm just saying that's facts because we missed the whole point of what about the fact of back building yourself back up though? What? So y'all saying you can't get no girl out of your league? Then that's what y'all saying, that you'll never get a girl out of your league. Your girl will always match your energy and shit.
What
you know what I'm saying? So if you're not working in a corporate job, you'll never.
If I get a woman that's out of my league, and we don't really know each other like that, I'm gonna question the fuck out of her.
Ain't no woman out of my league, bro. That's false.
I'll tell you right now, J-Lo out of your league.
Who?
I think like deep down to the core, like
J-Lo.
What first you were saying about like, okay, yeah, he would have sex with her, but okay, think about you meet a girl and you like, oh well, I ain't ready to commit. I ain't, you know yourself, you ain't ready to commit. You still gotta put yourself up, and you tell her, okay, I ain't got this for you, but I got dick for you. Imagine how. Okay, and she accepts you. Let's say she accepts that, and she like, that shows you the self-worth in her, and not only just her, but you, because that shows
exactly. That's why I'm a question her. Like I'm gonna reevaluate myself and then look at her, and I'm gonna be like, wow,
what?
Like yes,
she only works.
Bro, if Cardi B hit me up like, hey, I'm trying to see what you want. I want to get to know you, this and that. I'm gonna be like, shorty, what the fuck? Like I'm. You know what I'm saying? Out of all these industry niggas, like you hit me.
What if you that nigga? What if you that bull?
No, like
I'm going to question. I'm gonna ask, what the fuck did I do for her to hit me up? I'm
that nigga. Blessings come to me in abundance like that. What you mean?
But that means she only settling for sex, like, and she wants more.
That's it. That means she'll be settling like a motherfucker.
Hey, a fair exchange is not a robbery. What do you mean? A fair exchange is not a robbery. If that's what make her rock, that's what make her rock.
That's it. Like
if that's what make her go, that's what make her go. Like
100%.
But that tells you something. But that's why men all calling every woman hoe now, because she.
See, that's they only doing that because they're trying to scrutinize women for being sexual, but then they being sexual. No, I don't personally do that. I feel like a woman can be as sexual as she wants to be with her body. That's her. But obviously, like you said, society, we not, you know what I'm saying? We can't really speak for them. But as for a female, if she wanna be promiscuous and have all the sex she wants, she can. Like, what's wrong with that?
That's like damaging yourself mentally and physically.
No, you right though. You right.
See what I'm saying? Like, see how we got you gotta have that balance. Like, either you gonna let go of the shit or say, yeah, I like to beat everything up.
I agree. I stand checked on that. But like, I mean, obviously, I don't want no girl to be no like, or anybody. I don't want anybody to just like not care for themselves at all.
Double standards.
What do you mean?
You say like a woman can do this and she can do that, but then like, would you want your woman to be out there doing this and doing that? Like, it's double standard.
That's the thing.
It's okay to have people out of your league, man. Everybody not for us. Like, you know,
Yeah, not like that's why when he said like out of your league, to me that says like
too good for you. Like
that to me that's impossible. For me, it's more like she's just not my type. Like not every female is my type. You know what I mean? Like, not every like I do. I love black women, of course. But does that mean every black woman that walk past me is my type? Of course not. Some of them into different things, and that's cool. But to say like, oh well, what you into is so bad, and you trying to like scrutinize for me from what I'm into, then like, you know what I'm saying? That's nothing wrong with that. Of course, a man would love a female with a low body count. Of course, same thing with a woman. A woman would love a man who only have that many sexual partners, bro. Come on now, like who you want a man who had 30 bodies, 60 bodies?
I honestly don't think that is that important because it's about maturity. How much maturity? And I think people after they go through their whole phase and dealt with a lot of people, they finally know they worth it after they done fucked around with the whole damn world. A lot of people finally get to know.
Do you really know when somebody is done with their whole phase? I guess when they really want to commit.
Some people don't.
No, I'm being for real. There's niggas that been together. There's niggas that been together 8, 10 years and still like, still be rubbing their shit because they want to try something else one time and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think we'll always create. No, hold on. I want to make sure.
Hold on, I thought black men don't cheat though. I thought black men don't cheat. What you mean?
No, we talking white man. We talking white man perspective. This how the white man would think. The white man would be like, huh? Like,
I got him, G. Look at him. He's we looking shaky, baby.
No, man. We know commitment when we see. We know real when we see it, man.
I'm telling you, bro. That's why that whole movement is kind of crazy because
bro, niggas be capped, bro. Stop.
Like, bro, like PC. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
So trying to water the shit down, man. Stop it.
If that shorty walk past you and your lady said go and have her,
bro, you gon' blitz, bro. Come on, stop.
I guarantee you both going for the tackle. Yeah, I'm talking about.
I got a grand on it. I bet you I don't. Yeah.
Oh, for real? You got a grand on it?
I bet you I don't. I'm so monogamous.
No, I believe him though.
Yeah,
because I mean, again,
because that shit bogus. Like, I mean, for me, I be thinking like, what if somebody did that shit to me? G, that shit. Fuck all that, man. Fuck that.
Guys don't think like that until it really happens.
Exactly.
Until it really happens, and then they be doing it. But then, like when they see that it happens to them, and then it be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, is that the end of the fucking world? Like,
that's a fact.
Hey, niggas will never trust a female again.
I don't.
On me.
I'll be honest, I don't.
That hurt a nigga ego.
It hurt when your woman do it to you. You know it's wrong when you doing it.
Bro, I'll be honest, I don't, bro. I had a girl that I had for 5 years. G, she met a nigga 2 months and gave that nigga pussy. I'm like, no way. How? I'm like, no way. How?
But
that's
tough.
That's
tough. That changes.
So then I think it'll help too when men.
Hold on, Key. Go ahead, Key.
What you
say, Key? What you say?
Were you cheating on her?
Huh?
Were you cheating on her? Have you ever?
No. But I'll be honest. I wasn't being the best man that I could possibly be, and that's why I don't back her for it. I don't back her for it.
She knew it too, and didn't say shit. No, fuck that. She knew that shit. If you can see that yourself, she definitely felt that shit radiating. She chose not to fucking tell you, and she stepped out. Fuck that.
Wait, but he didn't say if she told him or not.
You said what?
You didn't say if she told you or not.
Oh no, she did. She was honorable.
It don't matter. She did it. I don't care about her.
She was honorable about it.
And you cheated on me. And cheated on me like it's over with.
And like I said,
So wait, when y'all cheat, it's okay for y'all to come back and we
Black men don't cheat.
Bro, K, stop saying this, G. You making us look bad for real. Stop saying that.
For the niggas that cheat, yeah, y'all look terrible. Yes, but niggas like me, bro, I look spiffy out here. You understand
bro,
me?
K, I'm merch, bro. You better not have no chinks in that armor, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gotta stop saying that.
Bro, hey, what Duval say? We happy at home, no numbers in the phone. You understand me? All right. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, all right. Let's see how long that lasts with Lil Duval.
All right, that's on him, nigga. I can still carry it how I want, bro. He don't have shit to do with my relationship.
Right, but when a man cheats, why do y'all feel like it's okay for a woman to be understanding and actually forgive?
Because y'all have to understand we fuck up.
Want us back. Y'all don't want us back. Y'all don't want nothing to do. Y'all be hurt. Really.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit really it changed me. I ain't gonna say it hurt me, but it definitely changed me for real.
In what way?
You said
what? And how did it change you?
I don't trust women anymore.
Okay,
I don't.
Not good.
So how do you think?
You said what?
How do you think we feel when it happens?
I know you probably feel the same way, and you have a right to feel that way.
Exactly. So now that's when it's time to start working on self into building.
That's
yourself.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's
I'm gonna ask you personally.
In order to know that when you get in a relationship, that other stuff is not going to bring you toys like cheating and all this.
I agree. That's why I hit that gym every day. I stack my paper every day. You know what I'm saying? I meditate, do my own thing. I ain't, you know what I mean? I can't sit here and try to cap and say that like this is me trying to put myself onto another female. Like at the end of the day, like I'm trying to self-improve for myself. Like I'm cool with being alone. I'm really honestly cool with it. Like it don't bother me. It don't bother me to not go without sex for 6 months to a year. I've done it before. It's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
So why can't you keep that same discipline when you meet a woman who you're sexually attracted to? Why can't you keep the same discipline and just get to know her and be like, I don't need her sex, but I just get to know her.
I do. I mean, and even though, yes, it'd be times where like, yeah, I don't have sex for a year, but that don't mean that I don't talk to women. And I mean, when I say talk, I mean like go out on dates and hang out and get to know them. And sometimes it just don't work out for the best. That's just what it is. But yes, do I have women that like right now, if I text them like, hey, let me come fuck, and you think some of them say yes, some of them say no, but that's
okay. You say it don't work out for the best when y'all going on dates. What's the expectation for the date? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all expecting to build off of that, or y'all just going out as, you know, two single people trying to have a good time for a night?
I believe that we were just on different pages. Like I believe me being single I've been single for about like 4 or 5 years now, to where I'm used to it and I'm comfortable with being by myself. Towards a lot of the relationships that I've come across, they might be 2 years out of 2 months out of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? To where like they still got a lot of things that they need to work on in themselves. So it's like, it's really bad timing for me. It's not necessarily like, you know, that person wasn't a good person or I'm not a good person. It's just I always be unfortunately, I catch them at the wrong time. You know what I mean? So
but then so you say you catch them at the wrong time, but how about just basically getting to know that person as just them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what might happen. I do. And
I get to know them and I realize that I don't like them as much as I thought. That's the truth. Like I get to know them and I be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'll be drunk off the ass for real. Like I'll be like, damn, she got a fat ass. So like I already like shorty. But then like after like 3 months of me talking to her, I'll be like, I don't like her that much. You know what I'm saying? She don't.
You said what? This is the point. How do you end that?
How do I end what?
That whole little ordeal. Like, how do you end it? How do you stop? How do you move on? Like, how do you tell her that you're not, you know, into her no more?
Like, how do I end it? I tell them straight up, like, I mean, I don't think it's working out like that. I think it's best we be friends. It's, you know what I mean? Or sometimes
do the conversation change once you say, oh, it's best to be friends?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Now, yeah, because now
I was gonna say the conversation better change.
I gotta focus on the
But
next.
sometimes that don't happen because guys
That's their men.
be wanting the
I
women
agree.
to be like feel like the bad person or they act a certain way, and then the woman has to cut them off so they won't have to do it.
I
When
agree.
it comes to
Some of these men
that.
out here lying for real. I can't disagree with you. Some of these men out here lying, straight lying, completely lying, and you know, shame on them for that. But
Because
you
I
know,
feel like it's okay to understand that everybody isn't going to vibe, you know, at the same level. Like
right.
sometimes, you know, you might vibe right then when you start talking, but then you see a couple of things about that person that you don't like. And I feel like as a human, and as being adults, we should be responsible to tell that person like, yo, in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Like I was really feeling you, but then it's some things about you that is really like, you know, turning me away from you. Like as far as that, like I don't feel like,
can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So like something that in this journey of me being single for a long time, I've encountered a lot of women who didn't necessarily say that they might not have seen me sexually, but still wanted me around as a friend, but manipulated me and used my energy and used that the attention that I was giving them, and not told me that, hey, we never gonna be on that level. But they still wanted me to be around them. They still wanted me to cuddle them. They still wanted me to give them validation. And it started to really break me down and really think like, well, why should I wait around for somebody who never gonna really try to see me in that kind of way? You know what I'm saying? To where like now, this is why if a female doesn't give me that like energy that she want me sexually or she want me further than just friends, I say fuck it, because I feel like time is more. I don't want to waste my time anymore. That's more of my fear now. It's not even really getting hurt. Getting hurt is nothing. I really fear wasting my time for real. Like,
how do you know you see her as more than just friends? If y'all ain't got to know each other yet, and it's still just a sexual attraction basis, you don't even know that you see her as more than just friends. You just want her so bad. The fact that she don't want you now, if you hurt.
Check it out and see, this is the problem with relationships and how we build them today. we don't release our visions or talk about our visions to each other like right off the bat as well. You see, on top of a sexual connection, it should always be a spiritual connection, because if I don't know, if a person
some people don't even like having that conversation
on your level, there it won't work.
See, you do that, then you start expecting them to. Let's say you meet somebody, you know, I want to go to law school and I want to be a lawyer, and you end up getting into it with them 2-3 years down the line. They ain't done shit towards law or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that can be dangerous sometimes too, because you holding that over them. Not that that's not that that's all you're pulling from them.
Are you pushing them to like?
That's not on me. That is not on me.
I mean, if you're in a relationship, why not? That's what I mean about what do men truly want. That's what I said first. As far as we want, I want my woman to truly be able to heal where I'm imperfect at, where I'm striving for progression, which equals perfection. So if she can't get in and tailor or stitch up those wounds, bro, then you know she has to go. And vice versa. I think a woman should think that same way. Like bro, if she's trying to build her career life or trying to go into a better field, a better job, trying to go into entrepreneurship or nothing, and you just like, damn, bitch, you know, you complain or you're making her feel down about that, or you're not actually pushing to help her get to that level, so you need to leave, because that's when it becomes you wasting time, or you know what I'm saying, you wasting her life and shit. So I mean, that's just how I feel, but I know what you mean. We spoke on the expectations, so yeah, you're right.
So can we admit that, or not acknowledge that there are women out here who do go out and try to manipulate men and use them strictly for their time? Can we? I mean, I'm not trying to start an argument. I'm just saying, like, I want because they want us to hold. Because if I speak about me, they'll say, oh, well, it's all men, all men, all men. So they want me to take the L for all men. But then if I say, well, another female did this and another female did that, they'll say, well, she was hurt. She was this. She like they'll give her an excuse. So I just want to know, can they at least acknowledge that yes, there are women out there, and that's not saying them, because obviously I know I'm dealing with some righteous women, but there are women out there who are unrighteous and actually are using men for their non-sexual attention, actually using men for their money, actually using men for, you know what I mean? Like, can y'all admit that at least?
It is women out there like that.
Okay, that's all I wanna acknowledge, because I'm like, damn, like they trying to act like a bull, making shit up and shit. Like, like I'm just.
You're totally right though, and that's just that's the same as men using women for sex. A lot of women use men for just their energy, you know, to fill the void in themselves that they haven't healed. And same goes for men. Men use sex to fill a void that they haven't healed in themselves. I mean,
but you see how viable men can't use women for anything else other than sex.
What you mean?
Like a man that knows what he wants and has what he wants and has what he needs to survive can't. I mean, you know, besides the companionship aspect, which is sex, laying up, texting, you know what I'm saying, not being a loner. That's all we can use a woman for. You just named 17 things that a woman could use you for, P, without
but why a guy
letting you hit. You know what I'm saying? Because what can I use? What can I use from you?
Is that what
women are not gonna give me? Women are not gonna give me that much of a piece, even if we're just talking as friends.
If anything,
not saying using.
Together.
I mean, check it out. First of all, we have to understand as humans that is our goal in life, is to utilize each other. If I'm not trying to use my brother P to gain money, and he's not trying to use me to gain money,
then it's a waste of a relationship.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say too. You can use people, just don't let people misuse you. You're exactly right.
You feel me? So what I mean by that is, like I said, we can't use women for peace, because even if we're just friends, she's gonna come to you with some. Yeah, me and my OG got into it, and I had, you know, you know, and you like, come on, shorty, I got my own time. Or, damn, my car broke down, and I have to, you know, like it's gonna be a whole bunch of that. So it ain't gonna really be no peace, or, you know.
And part of it,
have peace within themselves. Both people have to have peace within themselves.
Part of it is our own doing as men. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now we've done so many bad things to our women that like now it's like we just got a bad rep, and I agree with that. And like I said, to me, the bad rep is not necessarily cheating or anything like that. To me, that's not the problem. To me, the problem is men have to start being honest in who they are. Stop trying to wear these masks. If you that man
and be okay with that,
and be okay with it, say that, yo, I'm not trying to be in a relationship, and let the woman be like, yay or nay. And if she say yay, she know what she getting into. You can't. That's like if I got a job and I try to hire somebody and I say,
but
all
then
right,
again, don't be expecting her to do something that you want your girlfriend to do.
But if you as a woman, if you still do it, then what does that say?
But then you also leading her on. You making her believe.
You got to take responsibility, queen. You got to take responsibility, queen. You got to take responsibility.
No, that's true. I'm not saying that that's not true. But then again, at the same time, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, because, and a lot of women like mess up right here because we let men get away with that because we fall into the trap. You know, not taking our own, you know, responsibility for those things because our emotions get the best of us.
I agree, and that's honest. That's honest for you to say. And same thing for men. We think we're our dicks a lot, and that gets us in trouble. And I can agree with that. But can we both just agree that, like, yeah, like we both make mistakes, and that we shouldn't hold each other to our mistakes so much to where it's like we just hold an unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Just unrealistic, like standards, like, oh, like every man,
like niggas ain't shit.
If you're not trying to marry this woman, you can't have sex with her, like, or you can't even think sexually with her. You can't be attracted to her. Like, come on now.
Right.
I believe that you shouldn't. I believe, but that comes with like putting God first. Once you put God first, and when I mean God, when I say God, I mean like yourself. When you put yourself first, like you ain't when you're at that kind of consciousness, like, and you really putting God first, nothing can top that. Not even sex, not drugs, not any addictions. That's when you're putting God first.
I agree. I mean, it's tough. That's tough.
It's tough.
That's tough, man. That's tough. Like, I agree. It's not easy. Trust me. It's a journey. And trust me, I agree. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I to do when y'all looking how y'all be looking though? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm supposed to do?
That's more of like fighting
self-discipline. Men have a hard time with self-discipline and sex.
Do we really? Is that you think that's the problem?
Immaturity when it comes to sex. It's really women have it too, and I'm just getting
right.
We definitely do. That would be a lie if we said we didn't.
I'm getting to that point where I'm just learning how to self-discipline myself. But I'm tired of the same patterns. I will never meet the right man for me if I keep repeating the same patterns and letting niggas cross my boundaries without, like just standing up for myself and just being like, yeah, I love sex and all that, but it's gonna have to wait because I want more. And I want to stop the pattern.
I personally had to learn that, you know what I'm saying, with my own journey as well, with giving every time. Like, I've always been a man of being very exclusive. So like, if I'm talking to a female, if I'm talking to a woman, I've always been that type person to be like, you know what, I'm 100% focused on her and she's the only thing I'm thinking about. And I had to really like understand and step back a little bit and be like, Percy, you gotta stop pouring so much into people. It don't even gotta necessarily be just her, but you gotta stop pouring so much into everybody and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, and like I said, when niggas say stuff like, oh, I'm 100% faithful, nigga, you gonna be 100% faithful to a bad woman? If she a bad woman, you gonna be 100% faithful? That sounds dumb, because you could be loyal to a fault, just like women can. Women can be loyal to a fault. Like, I know a female right now who loyal to a man who I know is not going anywhere in life. And
hell yeah, say her name.
Yeah, what? I can say her name right now. Nick, come on, bro. I ain't dressed it. I ain't never dressed it. But like, you know what I'm saying? I could tell her like, hey, this man is not good for you. This man is not good for you. But in her mind, she like, this is worth the investment. You know what I'm saying? And what am I to say? Like, oh, that's on her. That's completely on her. And when she live her life, she gonna have to answer for that. She gonna have to live with that regret. Like, damn, not necessarily like she left me or she should have been with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never say nothing like that. But she could have been doing something else better with her time. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. AK, man, shut your ass up, bro. Damn, your ass stay trying to push that shit on me, man.
What are you talking about, man, bro? What happened?
You trying to jump me in the gang and shit, bro? I'm not with it, bro. Fuck.
What gang, man?
Man, this whole black men don't cheat shit. Stop that.
So
shit.
Look, man, that's completely on you, bro. I'm just trying to spread the agenda. I've been on that.
Bro, I was on that 3 or 4 years ago and got my shit broke. Fuck you talking about, bro? Like, I can't go, man.
What they got to do with you then? If you was loyal the whole time.
I was loyal the whole time, and that shit a rap. G,
okay, shorty cheat. That don't have shit to do with you. That okay? Like, it's good that you held yourself accountable. You know, you understand that.
But that was then. This is now. Like, you have to have that type of mindset. Like, and I think that's a lot of our problems too. Going into like new things, new relationships, friendships. Period. Of what the past was. Like, okay, that was the past. So like, we got over that. So now you have to move on to the future and have a whole totally different mindset.
I agree.
If we continue to go into different relationships and friendships with that same mentality, then we will forever get the same thing.
I agree, and I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying you wrong on that. I say I don't blindly trust. I don't blindly trust the female. That's all I'm saying.
That's like going back to you, like, do you even trust yourself?
You said what?
Because that's like going back to like, do you even trust yourself? Like, will you ever get over this point to like, come on now? Because every human wants to be in a relationship or feel loved.
Of course. Most definitely.
So, like, will you ever overcome that? You know, that roadblock in your life, like, not
exactly. That's like asking, like Ashley just said. That's asking, will you ever trust yourself enough to trust someone else?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I personally, I don't. I don't think so.
I mean, I know you saying right now. I know. And that's what I said in the beginning. Like, we don't want to look at each other as right now.
Right.
I want to look at each other as where, our creator of our universe expects us to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And however that is how it is for you, brother. Like if you feel that right now in your life there's no virtuous women out there, which it is, but you
Of
know
course,
what I mean?
right.
It like you said, you want to have complete self-reliance, complete self-understanding,
Right.
complete self-independence. Like that's what every man should strive for, and I think that's what men should be working towards anyway.
Right.
Before they even thinking about relationships. But if you're in a relationship and you're thinking about it now, it's okay to build that up. It's okay to build that with your queen. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think yeah. It's a. I don't let the past hold me down, but I don't forget it, and I'm never gonna forget it. I'm never gonna ever be like, oh, that's like, okay, yeah, I tore my ACL 2 years ago. Do you think I'm gonna blindly play basketball? You think I'm gonna blindly just go out there and be like, oh, my ACL was tore and I got it in my like, bro, yeah. Now I hoop with an awareness of like, yeah, that shit happened, and I'm gonna learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't.
Right, but you still play basketball.
Of course, I do. I still do play.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
But you
sometimes you have to dump this shit.
And right now you said
depending on the intensity.
Now you just fuck. So now you just, you know what I'm saying?
I go in there with
basketball. You gave your faith back to basketball. You still play basketball. It's a difference.
I can give my faith back to a female. It is, but yes, when I'm still never gonna play dumb. Like that's not. I can't.
And you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. That'd be the problem right there. Like you shouldn't have to feel like or play dumb. So you call it like you shouldn't have to.
Maybe that's what I'm getting confused. Maybe that's where I'm getting confused because when people say stuff about letting the past hold you back or letting it's like you're telling me like, oh well, Percy, I cheated on you or I've cheated on you. So like, yeah, you should trust me and we should be in a relationship, but you shouldn't second guess me ever again because you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have no reason to second guess me. Like, yes, I do have a reason to second guess you. Like,
but that's not men. That's what men do.
You said what?
That's what men do though. Like once y'all go out there and you venture off into something totally.
You gotta hold on.
Go ahead, Queen. My fault.
So basically, like once y'all go out there and y'all cheat or whatever, and then y'all really come back and y'all get caught, y'all want us to do it. Y'all want us to put everything behind us and continue to move on. Act like everything is cool. Act like, oh, you didn't do anything. Like you didn't cheat. You didn't do nothing. Like we just supposed to be okay about it. And then.
And what do you do at that moment? At that moment, what do you do?
You said what?
At that moment, what do you do? Do you forget and forgive, or do you still keep your guard up as you should?
You should keep basically, I don't know. Look, I'm gonna say how I feel, and it's not with everybody, but just me going through that before and trying to overcome it. I feel like basically like it's gonna take some time with anything. You know what I'm saying? Time it heals.
I agree.
Healing, you have to take time with that. But then again, that other person has to also make you understand and be comfortable knowing that they're trying to change as well. Because then if they still doing the same thing that they was doing to lead to that, then how can you ever heal from that? Because you still going through the same thing. Like, okay, you took me back, so now you got to deal with it. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't do anything on their end to make me feel secure, like they won't do it again. But then again, I also have to work on myself to understand, like, okay, I took him back, so I know the consequences that it might happen again, or you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Or I'm trying someone new or something new, so it can happen again with them, but it may not. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what every challenge.
But it basically all comes down back to yourself, like trusting yourself.
Exactly.
Because if you trust yourself, then you already know how to move in that relationship, and then you won't even have to second guess if that person gonna cheat. Because why you second guessing? Like, are you gonna cheat?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And you will know the signs. You will know the signs now. So I mean, that was a great point. Y'all, my phone is on 9% though.
Damn, that shit. G, how you ain't got no charger, G? How?
Nah, I'm steady walking back and forth from the little charger at the library, bro. This bitch charging my shit like literally 1% per hour, bro. Like, I'm like, come on, G, this supposed to be a library. But so yeah, my shit is on 9%. This is my AK's channel, so he can keep the live going until I get back to my crib. Like literally 10 minutes away. But if y'all wanted to end it, it's up to y'all.
Yeah, man. Shit,
I just want to say one thing.
What's up?
You know how like it's really hard for us to change as individuals. Like it's really hard. Like for me, shit. I'm gonna just speak personally. It's really hard. Like I know the woman I see myself as, but it's really hard for me to change. But I know I can. So let's say I actually got there and did all that hard work and finally changed. Am I still gonna keep my like old thought? I'm not gonna have that old thought pattern anymore because I did something that was so hard to do. And God is not gonna send me nobody. I'm not gonna attract nobody that's gonna fuck me over after I done put all that hard work in. Like I just don't feel like that's not how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna feel like I deserve the best, so I will get the best. Even though I get it about having trust issues, but
and I feel like if everything happens for a reason, that means that God made that person hurt you for a reason. Then I'm assuming, you know. And but if you say, oh well, yeah, he hurt me, but like I'm gonna trust him again, then you defying God. You know what I'm saying? Because God sent your ass that situation for you to grow, and if you say, well, no, I'm a discard the past, or I'm a discard what happened.
Okay, so I gotta wait. This goes back to like our grandmas and grandpas because I didn't heard like basically like older couples say like we done went through that, but what we have to do, we have to change ourselves and make sure that we was right with.
That's tough. I agree. That's tough.
But especially within marriage, like that's tough. Marriage is hard because you got to go to counseling for infidelity, not just breaking up.
That's tough.
Sit in the same room and talk about it.
They was able to get over it. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to get over it and still have a good relationship.
But see, there's positives and negatives to that because at least in my personal family, my grandmother and my mom and my uncles, they've all admitted that my grandma should have left my grandfather. As much as she loved him, as much as they love him, they admit that, and she's even admitted that she should have left. And she stayed, obviously, because of having, you know what I'm saying, having the children, having my mom, having my uncles and them. And that was her choice. But staying in a relationship like that isn't always a good thing, is what I'm saying. Like, that's not, sometimes you do need to leave. And that always depends. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's best to leave a whole situation completely and then try to fix it. Like, I don't know.
I got a question. So this goes into saying, at the end of the day, when let me put it in a relationship. At the end of the day, like y'all dating or whatever, y'all come across some bad things or whatever.
Of course.
When you agree amongst like your partner on how y'all gonna end it or continue it, I feel like that should be left upon y'all, because then this goes back out into society or just getting other people's opinions on different stuff, and then it's like the relationship start falling or the relationship get better. But at the end of the day, shouldn't it just be about how you guys feel? Like your choices about your relationship. Like if y'all gonna take this as a lesson and grow from it, or if y'all gonna go out into the world seeking other people's opinions before y'all have even came to y'all final result of what
I think it all depends on you. If somebody cheats on you, and the ball is at 100% in your court. If you want to stay with that person, you stay with them, and that is your decision. If you want to leave, that's your decision as well, and nobody should judge you off of that.
Exactly.
Nobody should
And
judge
that's
you
what
off
we
of that.
felt. That's what we felt like because we go off of other people's opinions and what other people say or how
Right.
or how they think our relationship should go.
That's a
But at the
fact.
end of the day, it should be us. Like if we okay and we know okay, yeah, it hurt us, and everybody else gonna have whatever they have to say about it. But at the end of the day, if we know that we can work through this, then why do other people's opinions matter?
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
And that's the straight truth because of like
I
you
agree with
said that goes back to communication and trust in a relationship. If y'all trust each other enough to figure it out and actually be like, okay, nothing, our love for each other is so strong that we'll let nothing like this break us apart. Then I think that can actually sometimes be motivation or a positive thing for relationships. Not saying that it was positive when it happened, but again, this goes back to what I like to say about there's only one God and that God is good. Everything that happens to us is good for us, whether it was bad at the time.
Right.
It can make it
a lesson
happen.
to be
You know what I'm
learned.
saying? Yes, sir. Yes,
I agree with
man.
that. I agree.
So man, like that's powerful.
That's powerful.
I think if y'all cool with it, that's a good way to end the stream. If y'all have any more questions for us men or any more sentiment, I'm at a note. It was definitely a great deal with you ladies. Where my brother K at, man, with the black man don't cheat narrative.
Yeah, that's funny as hell, man.
That's good. K, you still on? He probably muted, ain't he?
He back.
Girl, he back.
He back. Okay.
If that's the move, man, as long as you know what I'm saying, you being noble about it, bro, man, I commend you on that, G, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro. I mean, it's much love, bro. Because not cheating is a strong character. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Very,
you gotta give it to him.
very,
That's
very.
being a strong man.
That's a strong man. That's a real strong man.
Exactly.
Cause
No
what
lies.
Martin
Look.
say? Hey, what Martin say? Get it thrown at me all day. I get bad. I block that shit. You feel me? So.
That's
I mean,
funny.
man, much love to y'all queens. Much love to my brothers. I will be downloading this video and putting it on Facebook and my YouTube as well. If y'all want to do the same thing, y'all can.
Cool.
Just content. We should do this more often, though. I
Definitely.
like the energy in this. So, hey, we got, what's this, 5 people? That's dope. You feel me? Started off like that. So, shit.
Yeah, I fuck with you, man. It's a good build, man. It's a very
Yeah.
good build. Y'all got me out here. Y'all, they probably think I'm a demon and shit. Like, oh, this nigga, like, is that? Like, well, fuck, bro. Hell no.
Man, I mean,
Not at all.
It's
No
all
judgment.
learning, P.
No
No
judgment.
homo. I know you a sweet guy. No homo. So just let the ladies see the sweet side. They ain't gotta see the red pill man and all that. Let them see the blue pill man. You know how these.
Everybody just wants their own personal development.
Yeah. We all have maturing to do. For real.
Let them see the male side sometimes. Niggas ain't always gotta be a man, G. You know let them see the part of the male, bro. But, again, man, this has been a great build. You're on Just Saying Podcast.
Low-key, what's that shirt, G? That shit drip, G.
Yeah, I'm dripping, bro. I'm gonna start doing my thing, bro. I'm gonna start doing my thing on the clothing again, bro.
See, y'all just be making me pull up on the improv and shit. I don't even get to be looking like that when I'm on the live. Y'all, they got costumes ready and everything.
And they say, hey, we celebrate 2 minutes before we stream. Oh, me though, man. For real though, bro. It's okay, yeah, man. You can go and shut it down and end it, bro. I'm definitely. This is powerful, bro.
Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.
All right.
Yes,
All right. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
All right. Have a good night.
All right.
Yes.